our world's problems so complex? And even though we've largely avoided the kind of scandals that have plagued so many other companies, I nonetheless understand why politicians, and more importantly, the public, are sometimes wary of corporate motives. Data privacy abuses, sexual misconduct, greedy self-dealing, various other instances of arrogant and entitled behavior have contributed to an erosion of the public's trust in institutions in general. This might sound grim, but I'm an optimist by nature, and I'm more convinced than ever that all businesses have a great opportunity right now to step into the leadership void and chart a proactive, ethical course that is good for their full slate of stakeholders. A company's stakeholders are commonly defined to include customers, employees, business partners, communities in which it operates, and yes, investor shareholders. But to me, especially coming from a global platform company, stakeholders means everybody, literally. I believe tech companies can make the world better, not just more digital. And if businesses of every size in every industry commit to principles like promoting ethical supply chains, lowering a company's carbon footprint, and declaring a commitment to fight discrimination of all kinds, then these organizations are poised to play a leadership role and make a meaningful and positive difference. But here's the catch. To be taken seriously, to have the impact I am convinced they can have, business leaders must embrace what I call intentional integrity. Intentional integrity is not just a vow to be virtuous. It means making a serious and thorough effort to, first, identify an organization's purpose and the values it stands for, then develop specific rules that reflect those values, and finally, drive the importance of following the rules into every corner and level of a company. It's often not a straight line journey. You've got to be prepared for setbacks. But in my experience, the effort can deliver both business success and positive social value. In fact, there's growing evidence that failing to establish trust and ignoring issues important to an organization's entire slate of stakeholders will hurt companies' bottom line performance. Drilling down. Just as I was finishing this book in the fall of 2019, I transitioned my role as Airbnb General Counsel to run the company's ethics office. I made the move because the Integrity Belongs Here program we started at Airbnb had such an impact on our organization and on individuals. I wanted a chance to focus even more on ethics and push our ideas out into the larger business community. As you read, you'll notice I've always had a fascination with ethics and how to motivate positive behavior. It's been an important aspect of every job I've ever held, beginning with my years as a federal prosecutor. But in the corporate setting, to achieve the change I want to see, I've come to think about integrity in a specific way. What put these ideas in motion for me at Airbnb was that soon after I arrived, there was an explosion of news accounts involving scandals at tech companies. Some of the worst offenses happened literally right down the street from our San Francisco offices. Accusations ranged from sexual harassment to illegally selling customer data to foreign actors, and even out-and-out fraud in the case of theranos. The who's who of tech high flyers, Facebook, Uber, Google, were being summoned right and left to testify before Congress, and the media were treating them as poster children for arrogance and unethical leadership. Bad acting isn't confined to tech, of course. Across many industries, unethical behavior in recent years has meant the tarnishing of once proud and respected brands like Volkswagen and more recently, Boeing. Then there's the Me Too movement, prompted by a long list of prominent business executives and media figures who engaged in years of inappropriate behavior with junior employees, resulting in scandal, resignations, and in some cases, lawsuits and even criminal charges. A number of top universities have been in the spotlight for allowing students to essentially bribe their way in through fraudulent athletic credentials. Even organizations like the Boy Scouts and the Catholic Church have been exposed for covering up thousands of sexual assaults. Talk about a depressing list.